All right, enough of the boring stuff. It's time to create our very own customized graphic styles. Let's get set up here. Let's get our graphic styles panel open and out so we can work with that. Let's select an object and look at something like that. And you go, oh, it's kind of cool. I think I know how they did this. So let's try this. Let's go ahead and undo it. Select the box and then give the box a color. Go up to the word edit and say copy. Now here's the trick. Go up to the word edit again and say paste in back. It's going to make an exact copy of it, put it right behind it. Don't touch or select anything because that back item is now selected and that's what we want. Go to the effect button. Go down into distort and transform, free distort. Come over here and let's give ourselves a nice little cast shadow. Actually, let's bring that down like this too. Maybe something like that. Click OK. All right, that's still selected. Hit it with a gradient. Now we don't need the stroke on there, so we still have it selected. Come over here and turn that stroke off right there. And you go, ha, got it. Ready to save it. Come over here and you grab and select everything. But you can't. Understand something about graphic styles. Graphic styles must be one object, not two objects grouped together. Now, there is a trick you can try, but it won't work. And that is if you go to the word object and go down to compound path. Compound path is designed to let Illustrator think multiple objects are one, but then they take on all the characteristics of one thing, and you can see that's not going to work either. So what do we do? Well, here's the trick. Let's get out of here. Let's go ahead and undo that and take it back to its original. You want to remember you have something called the appearance panel. Don't forget this panel, especially when you're creating really cool looking things like these drop shadows or anything else you want to do to a graphic style. Let's start again. Take it, select it, choose a color for it, but not here, over here. See the word fill? Choose a color. Click here. Let's say we're going to go blue. All right, the stroke, I don't want a stroke. So we're going to turn that off by clicking here and clicking the None button. Create a copy of that fill. We do that by selecting here and clicking the new button down here. Now we got two of them. The one on the bottom is the one we want for our drop shadow. So select it here, and here's the cool part. Come down to the FX button and go into Distort and Transform and go to Free Distort. Do the same thing we did before. Let's bring that down again like that. And click OK. Now with that fill selected, you can come over here, click that button again, and give it a gradient. Now save it as a graphic style. Come over here, click the button. Now you've got it. Come over here, click our star. Boom. Instant cast shadow. The trick to creating these really cool graphic styles, because everybody asks me that. How do you do a drop shadow? I mean, how do you do a style like that one? It's understanding that the appearance palette works in conjunction with effects on multiple pieces of your graphic. You can have more than one fill, more than one stroke. You can do anything you want to, and that's how you create these type of graphic styles. That was kind of fun. Let's do another one. Let's do this. Let's get out of here. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of this. Let's start with the new object on the screen. Maybe just a rectangle, something simple. All right, in this case, it's taking on whatever we did last. No big deal. We'll go ahead and click here. Change that fill to a different color. This time I want a stroke though. So what I'm going to do is go to the stroke button here, and I'll come into stroke and give it, let's just do black. Let's make that 2 points. So as you can see, we now have this black stroke with red. Actually, I don't want the fill at all. So what I'm going to do is go back to the fill button, make sure you have this selected, of course, and say none for that. We just want the stroke. With the stroke selected, make sure you have that line selected. Go FX again. I love being able to do this. Go Distort, Transform. Let's do a roughen. Click on the preview. Make it as wonky as you want, I suppose. You can smooth the edges or corner point them. We're happy there. Click OK. Now what you do is select that stroke and make another one. Click this button. And every time you do, It just makes more of a mess, like a scribble on your document. You like that? You can save that. Now you've got a wonky border kind of thing going on, and of course, anything we apply it to, we'll be more than happy to take on those characteristics. Two extreme examples, but think about it. When you want to create these really cool type of graphic styles, it's all in knowing the appearance panel. Not in how to save it. That's easy. You just click the new button and you've got it. But in order to make it correctly, you need to be able to apply multiple strokes or multiple fills or blending modes. All that is here in the appearance palette, and it takes graphic styles to a new level.